You been golfing at all recently?
Yeah, a little bit, man. I'm just getting one. Just kind of try to play when I can.
I haven't been out once this summer.
Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hear you, man.
Yeah.
It's I mean, I don't know. I've been working on a little stuff on the side. It's kind of one of the reasons why I haven't been as focused on fantasy football. It's kind of like a side venture.
What are you working on?
Make a little. It's just like I don't know. It's just a product. A little something on the side.
What is it? You got anything on yet?
We'll talk about it. I don't know. We'll talk about it like a little later. I'll put a little time into it. A little self-conscious about it. I really like the product.
Well, come on, man. Let me hear it.
We'll just like kind of talk about. I don't know, man. We'll just we'll deal with it maybe a little bit later in the segment. I'll kind of pull it out and do my whole sales pitch.
Alright.
Just kind of, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
I don't want to like. Sure. I mean, I don't want to like.
Half of the videos that we do, we're just fucking winging it and bullshitting anyway.
Kind of like stealing the spotlight though. It's whatever, man. Maybe I don't know, man. Maybe they'll just make the show a little money. I mean,
Right.
we already got like Yingling and Marlboro. And
Those are plenty big companies bringing us money and revenue.
Yeah, for sure. It keeps feeling good and makes us happy.
But you can't have too many sponsors, you know.
No, I know. And this would almost be kind of like my little like side.
Right.
I don't know, man. It's just something I'm really, honestly, man. I'm really
Passionate.
I really believe this could really take off.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you know, if the belief is there, then you know that's all you need.
maybe I'll talk about it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you don't mind, maybe a little bit later in the show. We'll do
throw
it.
it in.
Let's
Throw it fucking there and it'll be good to go. Can I get one of them?
Oh, a Marlboro?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, we ready to start?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay,
to
let's
go.
do it.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Cigarette Social. I got my buddy Tompkins
How's it
over
going,
here.
guys?
And me, of course, Ruffner. We're here. We're going to be talking about some major topics. First things first, that the Cigarette Social is always sponsored by Marlboro,
Always smooth.
always smooth, and of course, Yingling. Always smooth
As well.
as well.
As
Smooth,
well.
smooth as well.
We're all smooth.
Fairly smooth.
Very smooth. There's a smooth transition. Here you go, sir.
Right, thank you.
Hey, so while he's lighting his cigarette, I just want to let you know we got an interesting lineup. A lot of hot topics to talk about today.
A lot of hot topics. We're going to be talking preseason. We're going to be talking injuries. We're going to be talking fantasy golf. I think we got fantasy golf.
We're gonna
coming
get
up
fantasy
here.
golf on the menu, yeah. And as I'm coming to realize, it seems just about 90% of the league is pretty up to date on who's going where, who's getting took when.
You were telling me earlier before we started filming here, it seems like everybody knows what's going on. You know what you're going with the first round, but after that, it looks like a crapshoot
It's
for you.
kind of up in the air, and the cool thing is that the first round's really made for me, and as you all know, I'm rather lazy, so that's excellent for me. Other than that, though, I mean, haven't looked into it a tremendous amount. There's still time, but, you know, I mean, there's a golf tournament pretty much every weekend, and
Plenty of time.
the fantasy golf lines don't set themselves. I mean,
Right.
it's really been like a 40-hour a week thing.
40-hour a week on
40
top of your
hour.
job. But like we said before, we got a bunch of stuff coming up for you. We're going to talk
Absolutely.
about injuries, preseasons, and fantasy golf.
The Cigarette Social is brought to you by Yingling. Always smooth.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Plenty to go around, man. We got a year's supply worth. Speaking of a year's supply, I mean, how many mock drafts do you think would be equivalent to a year's supply of mock drafts?
I'm going to go with anywhere over 140.
140. I can't believe someone would do 140 mock drafts in a year.
I've heard rumors
Jesus,
that
man.
it was 150.
Oh, yeah, in a year?
Well,
And what was the time frame?
at this point, maybe a month.
Oh, in a month?
In a month.
Oh man, if you do that many mock drafts, I hope you would have won.
Now, don't get me wrong. I've done my fair share of mock drafts. Jimmy's saying expect the unexpected. I've done enough drafts to expect the unexpected. I know what's going to fucking happen. I got picks. I got backup picks for picks when my picks aren't there. You know, but, you know, I'm not doing 150.
I'll tell you, I haven't done a goddamn one.
He hasn't done a
I
goddamn
haven't
one,
really
but,
done a
you know.
goddamn one. I mean,
But 150. You're
yeah,
right.
so no, I'm good.
The
It's
Marlboros are.
just, they're a little harsh. They're not my preferred brand, but hey, when you get a free pack of Marlboro, you don't ask questions.
Yingling always makes Marlboro go down smooth. Yeah, your hair is getting.
Dude, I thought I had one in there.
Pulled a cigarette out of his hair. I'd like to mention something real quick. Tannehill is potentially out for the year. at the minimum 6 to 8 weeks.
Damn shame.
That's a damn shame. I was looking at him as like a backup quarterback, a positional a weekly, somebody that has a matchup going for
A late round. Yeah,
a
he'd be a
late
good
rounder.
sub in QB.
A
man.
sub in QB.
Wouldn't be a bad year. I just love Marlboro so much. And what do you love?
Yingling.
Oh, you love Yingling too.
We're classing it up a little bit with this glass. This is meant for lagers. This glass I bought specifically for lagers.
And
Yingling is my main drink.
Yeah, and I don't have a glass, but that doesn't mean I'm low class. Look at these shorts. Where do you think I could go?
I don't know. Why don't you go ahead and find out? Let's see how far you can go.
Look how far I can go. Oh my god, dude, that's so high class.
That was pretty far.
That's pretty far.
That was
Nothing
pretty
low
far.
class about these.
There is nothing low class
Nothing low class about these.
There is something that is a little low class, and that's doing 140 mock drafts. That's pretty fucking low class, if you ask me. I'd like to give a shout out to our league commissioner for not even telling us that there was a trophy. I didn't even know there was a fucking
There's
trophy.
a trophy. You gonna pick your team this year?
I am picking my team
Nice,
this year.
dude. You know who might not pick his team this year?
Who?
Me.
Ah!
Yeah,
Just
I would
gonna
be.
let it go.
Yeah, I'll be drafting out of the country. I'll be in Italy. No big fucking deal. Whatever. I'll just be in Italy.
He's going to be in Italy, and he's going to draft at what that time? You'd be drafting early in the
Well, it's
morning.
funny because I'm like freaking out. I'm like, oh wow, I just need to figure out if I have Wi-Fi. I have Wi-Fi. 9 o'clock draft. Perfect. I'll be in my Airbnb. It's 3 in the morning for me.
Yeah, so it's going to be late.
That's whatever. We'll set an alarm. We'll get some red wine. You know, like they do in Italy.
When in Italy?
When in Italy, do as the
Italians do.
Italy's do.
Yeah. So the question on everybody's mind is who's taking who first round?
Of course, man.
And I think the logical thing we can do is call people and ask.
Did you even was really going?
So we're going to try and get some answers, okay? And the first person we're going to call is Ginger Dom. Let's see what's up. Son of a bitch. What could he be doing? Hey, Dom.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, this is Ruffner and Tompkins from the Cigarette Social. Hey, we're just trying to get some input here. Who are you picking first round? God. All right, Dom didn't answer.
Yeah, it's
Well, he answered,
He
but he
kinda
didn't.
answered.
So we're calling Brian. See if Brian answers.
calling someone.
Yo,
Hey, Brian.
what's up?
This is Ruffner and Tompkins from the Cigarette Social here. We just wonder if we could ask you a question.
Oh my gosh, I'm honored.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
We were wondering if you could give us some insight on a first round draft pick.
All right, hit me with it.
What's your first round draft pick?
Oh, I ain't giving you no damn insight.
God damn it.
You're after me, Ruffner. You're not getting this intel.
We're trying to determine who everybody's first round draft pick is.
You're supposed to help us. You're the commissioner.
Oh yeah, I know just about everybody's.
He thinks he knows everybody.
He doesn't know.
If you know everybody's, who am I picking?
I don't know yours. You're the wild card.
Tompkins has pick number 2. Who do you think he's going with?
He's getting Lev Bell.
He's getting Lev Bell. That's
Yeah.
that's a solid, he told me earlier that's exactly who he's going to go with. All right, well, hey, we appreciate the time. Thank you, Commissioner. Can you just tell us real quick who's sponsoring the league this year?
It will be sponsored by the graciously tasteful Yingling Lager.
Oh, thank you, sir. We appreciate that. This has been a wonderful insight, and thank you for your time.
Hey,
Thanks,
guys,
Lambert.
Thanks for having me. Big time, long time fan, first time caller. It was great to hear from you. Talk to you guys later.
All
Thank
right.
you, sir.
Well, we called you, but thanks anyway. All right, I think we have time for maybe one more phone call. I feel like we have a member of the league that we frequently overlook, and I almost want to say take for granted. I feel bad because he's a good dude. So
Well,
it's Chris Lambert.
We're going to give Chris Lambert a call here.
Four, one, two,
God damn it.
three, five,
335.
8, 7, 9.
This is going on YouTube.
The Cigarette Social is brought to you by Marlboro. Always smooth and refreshing.
We're going to try something new here.
This is a little something. This is a fun little.
Tompkins came up with it, so
Oh,
I'm
that's
going to let him explain.
It's a group effort. Come on now. This is what's gonna happen. It's like a little speed round. Is that Ruffner is going to name a member of the fantasy football league, and I am going to say the first fantasy football related thing. Player, a penalty, a habit.
Anything related to football whatsoever. So we're gonna just go ahead and kick it off.
Whoa.
Go ahead.
I'm not in the right state of mind.
Let me get one of them too.
You want one too? Oh.
Hey.
Surgeon General's warning: smoking causes lung cancer, heart disease, emphysema, and may complicate pregnancy.
Well, you heard it here first from the Cigarette Social. Cigarettes are bad. Oh, yeah. All right, so we're gonna just start this snowball off of, like we said before, we're gonna just name random people from the league and go from there. First name that comes to mind, somebody who answered our phone call earlier today, hung up on us, told us to shut up. I'm gonna go with Dom Lombardozzi.
Gronkowski.
Nice pick.
Oh, okay.
Nick Cicatelli.
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans. Okay, I got one more for you. Sercone.
Formula.
Okay, go ahead. Hit me with somebody.
Okay. Chris Lambert.
Wild card.
Okay, let's do Joe Washington.
Wild card.
There's a wild card for you.
Okay.
Evan Proxell.
Wild card.
Wild card.
You heard it from the wild card first. They're all wild cards.
Andrew Ruffner.
Wild card. Oh. We're going to be getting into our, this is going to be our last segment before we end the Cigarette Social. It's, it's hard to see you guys go, but we'll see you again in a few weeks, hopefully. I would hope to do one right after the draft. Let's
We'll do a quick one after the draft.
right
I would
after
like
the
to.
draft. Just
Well,
to
I mean,
see.
it's going to have to be like 2 weeks after the draft.
That's
Because
fine.
unless you want to catch a flight to Rome.
Nah. I thought you were going to Italy.
Rome's in Italy.
When in Italy.
When in Italy,
When in
do
Italy.
as the Italy people do.
Italians do. I think you had a question for me, or?
Oh, well, no, it's just kind of like, it's really just a potential business opportunity. I have something I'm really passionate about, a new product, man. I really think it's going to revolutionize your golf game. I'm hoping that these guys might be able to invest on it too. I hope you don't mind. I'm using our show as pretty much free advertising.
We need investors.
if you will.
Okay.
So let me say, I mean, you haven't been golfing a lot this year, but you're a golfer,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
You love to golf, right?
Love-
You step up, you tee up the ball, it's nice, it's perfect. You just wind up that swing and you just bomb one
You're
down
right.
the fairway.
Just down
You just bomb it down the fairway. Like, what's the first thing you want to do after?
Smoke Marlboro.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
Smoke
You just
Marlboro.
want to light a cigarette up. You're fired up. You got to calm down, man, because you got a good approach shot
You
coming
just
up.
had an amazing drive. You want to light a cigarette.
You need to light a cigarette, like a celebratory cigarette.
Right,
but like, what's
absolutely.
the issue though? Like, what problem have you run into like in the past?
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You wear a glove when you're driving?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I can't. I'm constantly taking my glove off.
Do you have to take it off to light your?
To light a
Because
cigarette.
it's hard to flick it, and sometimes like the glove, the thumb's a little too long. You're
gonna
almost worried
catch
you're
it
gonna
on
light it
fire.
on. Dude,
Yeah,
it's
right.
just
It's just a nightmare.
okay. So I think I have a solution.
Okay.
We have the X420 Pro Golfer glove. Now it just looks like a normal glove. But let me show you the uniqueness here. So we're gonna go and put the glove on, and I want you to, you're gonna notice something different almost immediately after we fasten this glove is, oh my God, there's no thumb. So
There's no thumb.
I just hit a sweet drive.
Sweet
I want a
drive.
cigarette. Oh my God! But typically I would struggle, but no issues.
Did you see how many times he flicked that light?
Look, I just all day.
Okay, light mine.
I'm on every single hole. Want me to light yours? I just have no issues. I don't even have to take off the glove.
I don't even have to do work because I got Mike over here.
I'm just lighting everybody, and you notice it's made from like what appears to be worn material, but it's actually quite in fashion. It's a Velcro, and you can kind of fashion it like so. You can almost kind of half hold the cigarette like so. And my God, we got a glove, $19.99. Call within the next 30 minutes. We'll give you 2 gloves, maybe one for the other hand. I'm a lefty. Maybe we'll get you a righty glove. 2 gloves, $19.99. That's like a $50 value.
It's a $50 value. You're saving $30 by calling in the next.
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah. We might need to start ticking down a timer so that they know. So you guys want to get to the phone right away.
And we have a number for you to call. Don't worry, we got the number going for you.
We got
4 1 2
God damn it.
3 3 5 4
335.
8 7 9.
This
You're gonna want to call that number.
That's the number.
That's our headquarters. She's a product
That's our
specialist.
headquarters.
Not yet sold in stores. Get it before your friends do. The pros are already using and smoking on the pro circuit. They're probably
Yes.
doing it right now.
You know what else you can do with that?
What?
Give a nice fucking handshake.
Oh, look at that. Oh, firm
You
handshake.
see that
Oh,
thumb?
look at that
You see
firm
that
handshake.
thumb?
That thumb really allows
That
you to
thumb
fasten.
really does
and
last.
You'll gain the respect of your peers.